SEC and CFTC's new joint guidance opens the door for even more mainstream crypto adoption. This story is very juicy, ladies and gentlemen. So simply put, the CFTC and the SEC have greenlit spot trading for more digital assets. This means that regulated U.S. exchanges can now offer more access to spot trading of digital assets. So as it stands right now, most mainstream exchanges or brokers, they aren't actually holding crypto. And if they are, they're only holding a small portion of it. And what you're trading is actually some form of IOU from the broker. This particular guidance is going to change that dynamic entirely. And we've already started to see it in certain places. The ETFs. There was a point in the ETF timeline where it was just cash-based ETFs, where the ETF itself did represent the price performance of Bitcoin or Ethereum, for example, but all of the transactions took place in cash. Then we started to see the spot Bitcoin ETF. You guys may remember it was a bunch of hype around that. The reason for that is because people understood that spot trading of Bitcoin ETFs involved the moving and transaction of actual Bitcoin. Even if you're going to purchase the ETF with cash, the redemptions would be in Bitcoin. So, on one hand, that does add volatility to the situation. But on the other side, the buy side, that means that these institutions had to physically buy the Bitcoin. And when more people are buying Bitcoin, that makes the price go up. And when Bitcoin's price goes up, it brings the rest of the ships with it. So now with this, what we are going to see is that increased. We'll see more in-kind ETFs where, again, the underlying asset must be held by the issuer. And then we'll have companies like eToro, Fidelity, and Schwab essentially buying assets outright now, thanks to this guidance. So it's definitely something that has just been kicked off. You can look at this as the ball just being pushed down the hill. I would say maybe next cycle, we'll start seeing more institutional buying, more mainstream buying of digital assets. And then, of course, though, we can't forget about the volatility, but that's down the road. I think the most important thing to take away from this story is digital assets are getting the same recognition now as stocks, commodities, and bonds. Just wait till that Clarity Act comes out. Oh boy, I cannot wait. So that's big news, guys. You know, the macro stories really don't take much time. I like to cover them, though, so that it gives us an understanding of what's going on outside of just holding our networks. You know, our networks, they'll continue to develop. They'll continue to improve. But there are other events that go on that pave the way for additional improvement.